I have many heroes, but one of my main heroes is Dorio Anthony Dwyer. And she was the first female principal anything in a major orchestra in this country. And she was the first principal flutist in Boston Symphony. And she got that job in, I believe, 1952, I think. And this was at a time that hardly any women played in orchestra, much less principal, obviously. And I just love the fact that she broke through barriers to do this. And it's just incredible to me. She was actually, I think she played second flute in LA Phil early on for a little bit, and I believe National Symphony as well. And so Boston Symphony, they had auditioned for principal flute, and they had gone through all these male candidates. And finally, the conductor evidently was not happy, and so he thought he'd have a ladies' day. And I think that's what they called it. And so they had some female flutists come, and she, long story short, she won the audition. But apparently she just outplayed everybody so much. She just had to go so far and just prove that yeah, she's the one, So I love that. My other heroes, they're all in sports. Jim Thorpe is a hero. And the reason he's a hero is because he not only was a gold medalist and did amazing job, but I love the fact that back in those days they had to get on a ship to go to the Olympics, and so at one point he was on the ship and he was just looked like he was relaxing, and somebody came up to him and said, "Oh, are you are you thinking about some vacation?" I don't know what was asked, and he said, "Oh no, I'm practicing the long jump, and I've practiced it many times now. I don't know how many times, but yeah, all in my." And he was like, "No, you're not. You're just sitting there." And he goes, "Oh no, I'm practicing it in my mind. And do you think that this would win the gold? And I've gotten it to this number and this height." And then he went on to win. So it just shows you why he's my hero, is because practicing doesn't just mean practicing. If you put your mind to it, you can accomplish great things. So he's a hero. And the one other hero I have, and this is a new hero, and hopefully I get his name right. I just looked him up, and that's why I don't really know very well, and hardly anybody's heard of him. His name is Ray Urey, and he was an Olympic athlete in 1900 through 1908, and apparently he won a lot of medals, and he disappeared in the fabric of life. He went back home and just did his thing, And why he's my hero is because I read about his story. He had polio as a child, and I don't remember when he got it. I don't remember if it's 5 or 6 or 7. But the point is that he was in a wheelchair, and they told him he would never walk again. And he ended up, he was determined not to believe that. And he went through, at that point was some therapy that was a last resort. But he was determined. And so he finally, got walking, and then he got jumping. And he didn't do it for glory or for fame. He did it because he could. And that's why you should do things. I play oboe because I can, because I'm alive, and he ran and jumped because he could. And I think people should know about that.